Hello, hi. Welcome to the new subscribers. Thank you for all the reciprocity. I appreciate all the comments, the likes, and all of that. Obviously, when it's respectful. When it's not respectful, it's a little bit frustrating. But nonetheless, here we are. So today, I just want to shout out Sikha. I believe that's how I say the name. So Sikha asked for a interesting video about culinary tastes and preferences, across Botswana and South Africa, and I wanted to tackle that today. So that's what we're going to be speaking about. I have made some notes, so I might need to reference those, which is what I would be doing. Yeah. Cool. So, like I said, we're going to be looking into a culinary comparison between South Africa and Botswana. Naturally, I would not be able to talk about every single kind of dish. So, if you think of any new ones that I haven't spoken about, please feel free to pop a comment down below, and just educate the rest of us about some of the ones that I might have missed. So I'm just going to speak about the most popular ones that I'm aware of and then take it from there. First things first, I want to start with similar dishes across Botswana and South Africa. So we've got sorghum porridge, better known as pap or bogobe, right? So that's the first dish. It is a staple in both Botswana and South Africa. It's a porridge made from sorghum or maize. Um, I will put some images so that we can see what it is that I'm talking about. In Botswana, it's known as bogobe, a soft porridge enjoyed by the Tswana people, specifically the Ngwato, Kwena, and Tlokwa clans. Meanwhile, in South Africa, we call it pap, but some of us also call it bogobe. I know I grew up calling it bogobe, but that was the Tswana influence as well. So in South Africa, we call it pap by the Sotho, Tswana, and Pedi people, such as the Bafokeng, Barolong, and Sikukuni clans, as an example. Yeah. So the texture and consistency might vary slightly, but the dish is a foundational part of meals in both Botswana and South Africa. We've also got moroho, or better known by Popeye the Sailor Man as spinach, right? So that's a leafy green, popular both in Botswana and in South Africa. In Botswana, it's for the Kalanga people who kind of like it a lot, as well as the Dombo Shaba clan, if I'm not mistaken. They harvest and cook moroho, known as spinach. In South Africa, the dish is cherished by many of us, but I will make mention of the Xhosa and Venda people as well. But like I said, it's pretty much everywhere in South Africa as well. Then we've got Samp Beans. I'm going to try the pronunciation. I'm not Nguni, so I'm going to probably butcher it, but I think it's something like umngqusho or umngqusho, Samp Beans. We call it stampa sometimes, in South Africa as well. And yeah, it's a comforting dish which is just crushed maize and beans. It's deeply rooted in our culture in South Africa and often enjoyed at gatherings. In Botswana, a similar dish is simply called samp, popular amongst various tribes, including the Tswana and Herero people, particularly the Jimba clan. Please bear in mind that I have researched this, so I am speaking based on research. So I am willing to be corrected, if I am not necessarily making correct statements, but it isn't just from my brain, it is from research as well. Next up, we're going to look at vetkoek, or better known as fat cake sometimes, like fat cake city type situation. So this is a beloved fried dough bread enjoyed both in South Africa and in Botswana. In Botswana, it's popular among the Herero people, specifically the Jimba clan. Similarly, in South Africa, vetkoek is a favorite among the Afrikaners as well as the Sothos, right? So it's often filled with mince or served with plain, like it's served plain but with a little bit of syrup. Yeah, so I can't say plain syrup, which is where my brain was going, which doesn't make any sense. Okay, cool. Let's keep it moving. Then we've got Seswaa, or stews. Yeah, so when it comes to meat dishes, Botswana's Seswaa and South Africa's various stews offer quite an interesting comparison. Seswaa is a traditional slow cooked beef dish It is enjoyed by the Botswana people, bearing special attention to the Ngwato and Kwena clans. In South Africa, similar stews are enjoyed by many tribes, with ingredients and spices varying by each region. The Pedi people, for instance, often prepare rich stews using goat or beef seasoned with local herbs. So whether we call it Seswaa or we call it a traditional stew, potato, patata, except I guess with Seswaa, it's kind of like chopped up a little bit more finely than in your typical stews, depending upon what kind of stew you're making anyway. So that's, I guess, that's specific to the chef. Yeah. Okay. Then we've got Mopane worms. Yeah, I said worms. Mopane worms. So one of the more unique dishes shared by both countries is Mopane worms. In Botswana, the dish is particularly popular among the Kalanga people, like the Domboshaba clan. And in South Africa, it's also enjoyed by the Venda people, such as the Rambuda clan. Like I said, this is research based. I'm willing to be corrected. So anyway, Mopane worms, whether dried or cooked, offer a rich source of protein and are often seasoned and served as a snack or part of a meal. Yeah, so I will make sure to leave some images. So now, looking at unique dishes by the regions, let's look at South Africa. Right, South Africa has something called Bobotie and Milktart, or in Afrikaans, Milktart. Right, so while many dishes are shared, there are unique culinary treasures in each country. In South Africa, for example, the Afrikaner people, especially within specific regions, I don't want to say in specific regions actually, because the rest of us also love Milktart. Like, you're gonna get Milktart in like Spar, in a lot of stores all over South Africa. So maybe my research might not necessarily be making all the sense here. So it's not necessarily in specific regions. It is traditionally an Afrikaner dessert, I suppose, but all of us love it. Well, I'm speaking for myself. Let me not say all of us. Other people might not like Milktart, so let me not just throw everybody in one bus there. My bad. So yeah, moving right along there. There's also Bobotie, which is a spiced minced meat. To be honest, I've never tried Bobotie. I'm South African, but I've never tried it. But yeah, it's a spiced minced meat dish with a baked egg topping. So yeah, and Milktart is just like a creamy, sweet dessert. Like, my mouth is watering just thinking about Milktart. Like, I think I'm addicted to it actually. Okay, cool. And then in Botswana, the San people, right? I don't want to try to say the actual clans because I know I'm gonna say those names incorrectly. So I'll just leave, like, in the description box, I'll just put the actual clan names there that I found. But yeah, those clans are known for Serobe. I think it's Serobe. So it's a dish made from the offal of sheep or goats. So this dish reflects the resourcefulness and deep connection to their environment. So this is the San people, yeah. And I'm not sure if I'm saying offal correctly, but I think I am. It's also used in some South African dishes. Serobe remains a uniquely Botswanan preparation, however. Okay, so as we've looked at it right now, right, we can see that the culinary traditions of Botswana and South Africa are a testament to our shared history and cultural experiences. Whether we're looking at bohobe, pap, morogo, spinach, however you want to call these things, vetkoek, all of these dishes highlight the similarities and unique twists that each region, tribe, country brings to the table. So whether you're savoring the spiced bobotie in South Africa or the rich Seswaa in Botswana, these meals offer a delicious glimpse into the lives and traditions of the people who cherish them. So yeah, let me know. Let me know if you've tried all these dishes, if you like them. I'm happy to hear from you. Thanks for checking this out.